we need some additional packages to be installed. This list is available in the presentation. I'll show you. So I just installed these packages. Some of the packages were already there, but you need to ensure that all these packages are there. If missing packages are, some of the packages are missed, you need to install them. So these packages will be installed which are missing, I noticed. And once these packages are installed, at least the image part from the Linux machine is ready. Then I have shared with you a file with the name mysql.sh. This script is actually will automatically download and install MySQL 8 version community edition, and will set up the password, will verify the password, and grab the temporary password, change it, and disclose the password to you. Quite straightforward. So you need to change the permission to make it executable with the command chmod a+x mysql.sh, and then run it. This is what I'm doing right now. So if any previous version of MariaDB or MySQL or anything is available, it will download and it will remove that, and then it will install MySQL. So this is what it is doing right now. So after installation of it will set up the repository also. It is doing all by the script. So it will set up the repository, it will download and install MySQL, and after MySQL is installed, it will check the connection, change the temporary password from the var log mysqld file. After the password is reset, it will disclose that yes, service is running and the root password is this. This is what you can expect at the end of this installation. Let's watch. After this is installed, we are going to configure MySQL exporter, which is given in the next lab assignment, and we will start our Prometheus also. So installation part is complete. So this is starting MySQL Server for the first time. Let's look at the lab assignment in the meanwhile. So let's start it. So this part is good. Root password is displayed here by the script. So let me start my Prometheus and node exporter. So systemctl start Prometheus, enable it, and verify if it is running. Perfect. Prometheus is up and running. Prometheus is good for us. After Prometheus is configured and running and status is verified, you can check other services also, like we configured node exporter. I remember node -exporter. I remember node exporter or what? What was the name? Probably okay. I'll check that later on. That's not more important for me. But yes, Prometheus is up and running. That was more important for me. Prometheus 10.10.0.0 port number. And in fact, there are a lot of extra targets which are no more relevant. Node exporter matrix. Okay, that's the name of that what we created. C advisor is no more required, so I'm going to remove it. vi/etc/prometheus prometheus.yml. So I can remove this C advisor now. That's no more needed for this purpose. So I'm going to delete these 5 lines. So C advisor I don't no more need, and I can restart my Prometheus again. Right, we'll do that definitely. Oh, Prometheus. Which one, sir? That is for node export for MySQL, correct? Node for MySQL node exporter. So we need to install MySQL node exporter, which I have not done so far. After install, I'll come back and add that port for sure. And the process is now, you know very well, you have been doing. This is latest version as of morning today. That is 15th of September. And extract it tar -xvzf mysqld, extract the file, and this is the file mysqld exporter. So move it and change the permission chmod a+x and the file name, and after that you move it. I don't have to modify my file, that's fine. Since MySQL is already installed and root password is displayed here, root db pass, so I'll create the database. So node exporter will be MySQL. What am I using? MySQL exporter will be using this user, that is exporter with this password. So MySQL exporter will require credential for MySQL to access the statistics which are mandatory. So it will pull those statistics so that it can have complete monitoring permissions. So process replication client, select on star.star all databases required by our MySQL exporter. And in this exporter file, etc exporter.cnf, because this is default path, you cannot change it. This is required by MySQL exporter. The details which I created during just previous few steps. So username is exporter, password is sangwan@12. This user will be used by MySQL exporter to pull the data from MySQL server and make it available for Prometheus to be scrapped. So configure this as a service, and after that, one last step would be to enable where MySQL exporter is exposing the matrix. So node this Prometheus should. So the job of this this is started. Now we can check the service. MySQL exporter status. Only port is to be added. So let's go back to that file. What you are saying, you correctly you identified it. So let me go and check that file and add that Prometheus targets, and I add that target here in end of this 9090, which is the Prometheus itself. So this will be Prometheus monitoring MySQL through MySQL exporter, and I start my Prometheus, restart Prometheus, and if I visit Prometheus now, I will be able to see my targets. Okay, systemctl, what is happening? So daemon reload and restart Prometheus and check the status if it is running. Yes, now let's verify. Targets. Node exporter is not working, but Prometheus 2 targets are available. That is, one is 9104. This is the important for us for MySQL monitoring. So because this matrix what is exporting, I'll show you a lot of queries for this particular MySQL exporter. So if I visit this, I should be able to see the matrix what are being exported by MySQL. Why it is taking time? Why it is not working? Check the status once again. I'm executing the commands as they are given, but I'm alert enough that it was hash. Yes, it is running. And configure this. Why it is not working? Prometheus targets. Yeah, it is available. It is saying up. Oh, right. Uh, firewall port. Firewall hyphen cmd hyphen permanent hyphen add hyphen port equal to 9104 / t. Is always a problem. Now I should be able to scan. And instead of localhost, of course, this is 9104. Now it is available. Yes. Now let's visit Grafana 3000 port number and add a good dashboard. So I'm logging into my Grafana, and I have a dashboard available created for this purpose. Where that dashboard is available here. This is my own dashboard I created for MySQL, available on Grafana website. I just upgraded it for 8.5. Earlier it was 7.1 version, but I just upgraded it. If you check revision, I just upgraded it. So this is the latest version available. So you don't need to use this. You just need this IP, this ID of this. So go to Grafana, click on plus sign, click on import, and you want to download and export it. You can download, no problem. Like download the JSON. Click on the JSON, and this is previous version Grafana. Let me see the latest version. Download the latest version. I need to change if required. Yes. So copy this content, download the latest version and import it here. Paste the version here. Load, import. Connection not working so far. There's some issue. We'll figure out. I'll just check that. And if I directly use this also, it should work. Let me check once again, because I just verified on another instance. So with the ID, I'm selecting it. MySQL dashboard. Yeah, data source was not selected. Let me go back once again. Let me cancel it and let me delete that existing one, and then I will show you. So I'm deleting all these dashboards, and now I'm importing it again with this IP. Load folder MySQL import. Why it is not working? Data source is not configured probably. Let me check. Is it working? Yeah, we configured it. It should work. MySQL dashboard. Template host. Okay, I'll see what is the issue. I'll figure out. But yes, up to here, the features, I'll show you how it is working because I just now verified a few minutes back only. So I'll figure out what is the issue with this dashboard. I'll see that. Once the dashboard is created, let me use in the meanwhile the default one, whatever. And Grafana, random walk, no, that is not coming. What is the problem? This one. Okay. Now I need to install few plugins to allow this to export as image. Here, share, and if you want to save it that image, this plugin is not installed, image renderer plugin. So if you want to render it as an image, you can share that, and you need to install that plugin. Let me do that installation of those theoretical session. So installing Grafana clock panel. After these plugins are installed, I'm going to restart my Grafana, and this is last image renderer plugin, which is required by this demonstration which I was giving. Once these plugins are installed, image renderer plugin, or there are a lot of plugins available for data sources, for panels, for dashboards. You can see all those plugins. I'll show you how the plugins are available, where these plugins are available. So let's restart Grafana. Grafana-server. And now the image renderer plugin will be available. So let me go back once again, cancel it, and try that. And after that, come on, home, discard, browse my dashboards, Oracle dashboard. Yeah, take any dashboard. Point is not that. So here we have share, and now this is available. This link was not available without image renderer plugin. To allow exporting this dashboard as an image, you need to install the extra packages which I demonstrated right in the beginning, which will come on in my presentation, and you need to install the image renderer plugin as well. So when you select that, it will show you the image as this is the image. You can save this image and export it and save it. So that's an interesting feature. Some of the features like MySQL exporter was not working, and the dashboard was not working. I'll make it work and I'll show you what did I missed, because I'm very fast when I'm trying to demonstrate to save time so that you get more time to practice. So Grafana features. What you will understand is accessing Grafana after installation, creating the dashboard, first dashboard, dashboard rows and panels, the concepts, then time range selector, image rendering, the one feature which I demonstrated quickly. Is a very powerful feature rich solution, and reporting. Accessing Grafana. If you have completed lab 10, that is installation, then you can access it from your host machine, Mac or Windows. Open your favorite browser and visit 10.10.0.100 and port number 3000. Enter your username admin and password admin, and then reset your password. You are now on Grafana dashboard. A dashboard is a set of one or more panels organized and arranged into one or more rows. Grafana shifts with variety of panels. Grafana makes it easy to construct the right queries and customize the display properties so that you can create the perfect dashboard for your need. Each panel can interact with data from configured data source such as Prometheus, OpenTSDB, MySQL, Microsoft SQL Server, etc. Click on New Dashboard. It will create a simple new dashboard. Click on Add Query. Grafana create a basic graph panel with a random walk scenario. So simply click on Create, and then you see 4 options instead of this one. 4 options are there: panel or row or directly from a template. Save your dashboard. Click on Save Dashboard icon on the top corner of your screen on the right hand side. This is the typical screen you get on the top. Let's understand one by one what all features we see on the top side. So they are labeled. Let's understand one by one. The first is zoom. Zoom out, time range. Second is time picker. Last 1 hour, last 15 minutes, last 10 hours, or from a specific time period to custom time period. So what do you want to see? The visualization, duration of the visualization. Step number 3 is manual refresh. Point number 3, this manual refresh can be automated. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, or whatever you feel that graph should be refreshed. Point number 4, this is your actual panel from here to here, that is dashboard panel. Click the panel title to edit the panel. You simply click on the title to edit this panel. It's very easy, single click. Graph legend is the point number 5. This area, this is graph panel. You can change series colors, y-axis, series visibility directly from the legend. Then on the left hand side, you see these additional options, like this is Grafana side menu toggle bar. This toggle the side menu. And this is Grafana demo, the dashboard, default dashboard which will be displayed, the dashboard or the panel. It shows the which dashboard you are currently viewing and allow you to easily switch to the new dashboard from the drop down. Step number 3, point number 3 here, this is to add a new panel to your dashboard. This point number 4 is star your dashboard. Star means it will be you will be able to show in your home dashboard by default. When you star the current dashboard, it will show up on your own home dashboard by default. Then this is the second option is share the current dashboard, the share option. Save dashboard, the current dashboard will be saved with the current dashboard display name, that is save. And settings is a more advanced topic which we will be discussing. Manage dashboard settings and features like templating and annotations, which we will be working with. A row is a logical divider with a dashboard. It is used to group panel together. That's for organizing, because you would not want to see all the panels in one go. Probably you will categorize them like networking, memory, or other areas like CPU. So a row will help you to organize those related panels in one row, and then expanding them and collapsing them will give you the specific display. It is used to group panels together. Rows are always 12 units wide, meaning it is responsive. Whatever resolution you will choose, accordingly it will adjust the panel. It will adjust the panels on the dashboard. So automatically scaled depending on the horizontal resolution of your browser. Collapse a row by clicking on the row title, that will collapse the row. If you save the dashboard with a row collapsed, then it will save this dashboard in that state and will not load those graphs until you expand the row. Point to be noted, that means the graphs are not loaded, graphs are not there, not using memory, CPU, anything, till you expand the row. A row can be created dynamically by using variables also. So how you create the row? Click on plus icon, the first icon on the top right, and then click add new panel or new row. So add new panel or add new row. This is the option, add new row, to add a new row. Panel. Panel is the basic visualization building block in Grafana. Each panel has a query editor specific to the data source selected in the panel. With few exceptions, a panel is a visual representation of one or more queries. The queries display data over time. In order to display data, you need to have at least one data source added to Grafana. Styling and formatting, it is very easy. You can drag and drop. There are a wide variety of styling and format. Yes, sir. No problem. Sorry. I will show you. I'll show you. With the demo, you'll understand it. No worries, sir. With demo, I'll show you. I missed the demo because my MySQL panel was not working, so I could not demonstrate. My demonstration was incomplete. So, and I'll come back. I'll show you the same thing again. I'll not drop. I'll not allow you to work before I demonstrate the same thing. I'll show you. Okay. So these are panels, and we can drag and drop, adjust the size, everything we can do like this. They can also be resized. Tips and shortcuts. You can simply click on the graph title. It's so simple. Click, no extra key. Click on the graph title, and in the drop down menu quickly you can duplicate the panel, export the panel, share the panel, uh, and edit the panel. A lot of options are available in the graph. Click on the colored icon in the legend. Simply click. It is all single click team. Click on the colored icon in the legend to change the series color or the y-axis. I'll show you. Click series name in the legend to hide the series. Control plus shift plus meta plus click legend name to hide that other series. Hover your cursor over the panel and you simply type E to open the panel editor instead of on the graph title and then E or the edit option. Simple E will do. Hover your cursor over a panel and press V to open the panel in full screen view. Then time range controls. Time units and relative ranges, very going to be interesting because we are going to use time range selectors also. So supported time units are S for seconds, M for minutes, H for hours, D for days, W for weeks, uppercase M for months, and small y for years. The minus operator allow you to step back in time relative to now. So if you wish to display full period of the unit like day or week or month, then you append this slash with the time unit to the end. Take an example. With example, plus sign operator will allow you to step forward in relative, minus will allow you to go back in the time. So let's say I want last 5 minutes. So how do I start? From will have now minus 5m to now. Similarly, day so far, now minus the entire day. So you simply specify day slash D to now. This week means now. So you want week so far. So slash W. So now slash W. So week to date. So now slash W to today's date. Previous month now minus 1m slash m to now minus 1m slash m. That will show the previous 1 month. So this is how you select the time range control, which are there on the top right side area where you select the time range for which you want to display your visualizations. Common time range controls are available in this period itself. This is again I'm referring to the upper right corner, last 5 minutes. So you click on this drop down and you'll see the different time range, and you can use local browse and custom options are also displayed. So the current time range, also called time picker, shows the time range currently displayed in the dashboard or panel you are viewing. Hover your cursor over the field to see the exact timestamps in the range and their source, such as local browser. Relative time ranges. Select the relative time range from the relative time ranges, for example, last 30 minutes, last 12 hours, last 7 days, last 2 years, yesterday. All these are possible example. Day before yesterday, these are relative. This day last week, today so far, these are relative time ranges, and this week so far, this month so far. These are all examples of relative time ranges. Absolute time range can also be specified, like absolute time range, one of the two ways. One is type the value into the from and to fields. You can type exact time values or relative values, such as now minus 24 hour. Then click apply time range. Then click on from to fields. Grafana display calendar to select the day and then apply. Image rendering. Grafana supports automatic rendering of panels and dashboard as PNG images. While an image is being rendered, PNG image is temporarily returned to the PNG folder in the Grafana data folder. A background job runs every 24 hours and remove temporary image. You can configure how long an image should be stored before being removed by configuring the temp data timeline, a lifetime setting. You can also render PNG image by clicking the drop down arrow next to the panel and then click share direct link. This is what I have demonstrated. Hope you recollect that. The memory requirement is high on demand, by the way. Rendering images can require a lot of memory, mainly because Grafana creates browser instances in the background for the actual rendering of the image. So multiple images are rendered in parallel, then rendering has a bigger memory footprint. Use a remote rendering service so your local system resource will not be affected by rendering. The Grafana image render plugin runs on the backend and handles rendering panels and dashboard as PNG images using headless Chrome. Plugins are installed and updated via simple CLI command, and this is the command I used. I demonstrated Grafana CLI plugins install Grafana image renderer. The plugin will be installed in var lib Grafana plugins. This can be changed in etc grafana.ini file. Once plugin is installed, restart Grafana with systemctl restart Grafana server. On the minimal CentOS installation, these are dependencies which have been confirmed as needed for image rendering to function. And this is what I list in the PDF. You can simply download and install all of them. Reporting allows you to generate PDFs from any of your dashboards and have them sent out to interested parties on a schedule. That's all for this session. Let me demonstrate. I'm realizing something what went wrong in our MySQL. Let me show you. So my dashboard was available. Let me go back to the previous version. I'm downloading this previous version and I'm going to import this one. So I'll simply use the dashboard because I think I uploaded wrong in a hurry. When I was in a hurry, I did some mistake. So I will fix that. But let me remove this dashboard right now and import the new one. So import, and the dashboard which I downloaded, let me check the latest downloaded file, downloads, and this one. Control A, Control C, and I'm going to use it. Import. I can directly type the JSON file Yeah, this was missing. Yes, that was incomplete. So there was no database selection part was there. So that is my mistake. I will delete that from Grafana because I just now imported that. That was a bigger mistake. And now it is, you can see that. So I will share this. This is a point to be noted, team. You download the second revision. I will remove it and fix this issue. I was in a hurry to push that actually. So I'll just verify, upgrade it. So let's look at these now, what sir was asking. Let's see the row concept I was talking about. So see, what is this now? I don't see anything. These are rows, like overall status. It makes sense to me. So I can check this by clicking on the setting. I can give it a name. So I think this space is not required. This should be like this: overall status. And if I want to type it, overall MySQL server status. So this will give me the row. So I can just click on the small arrow that will show me only that row. So right now buffer pool is not size, not configured. SQL uptime is 30 minutes. InnoDB buffer pool size is this. So these are various panels. So you click on and you can edit it. And this is what I have configured. And this is the query which is used. And the type, the stat style. Because I have installed the stat plugin. If it is not installed, it will not work. So a stat is available only when this stat plugin is installed. You need to install stat plugin and only then you will see stat style. Otherwise it will be the graph style. So stat, because it's a single stat plugin must be installed in order to see this. Apply and save the changes. Now I can collapse this row. I don't want to see this row. I want to see the connections. This is my dashboard I created. Absolutely. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, it is just a group of related panels. And you can move easily. Like if you want to move this connection and processes, you want to move this panel, you can simply drag it here. It is that easy. You understand? It's that easy. Similarly, memory utilization, this is my memory panel. Similarly, other panels also, MySQL network traffic is network traffic. Last 30 minutes, I can see last 5 minutes also. So from the time picker, I can select the data. So this panel, you, what is required, what is for you, what you should do, you must try these panels creating yourself by looking at what kind of panel it is created and what is the query. This is the query which I use: MySQL global status uptime instances host, and the rest of the panels. So once you complete lab number 12, you must use this URL which I'll share in the chat window, import this panel, verify it is working, all right, and then apply it and use it and explore the dashboard how it is working. REST alerting and all details we'll discuss in the next session. The next session will be the data source. We'll talk about that. That's all for this session. Thank you.